All right.
How's that?
So,
Smooth?
yeah, it's very smooth. How about me?
Yeah, pretty good. So I'm seeing an error, so I think the audio location is still not updating.
Okay. Well, you want to try to go off somewhere again?
Okay.
Wait, where are you?
I'm going over here.
Which way is over here?
Come
I
over
don't see.
this way.
I don't see you.
Look up. To your left. To your left. Down.
Oh, okay. There you are.
Okay. Move over here.
Yeah, it's still
Yep.
wrong. I got you on my right ear.
Yeah, it's definitely still in the center of the room because there's a JavaScript error there.
Okay.
But I think I know exactly how to fix it.
All right. Should we give a quick demo of everything we're testing?
Somebody, I'm sure, watching a video of this would be like, this is not compelling in any sense. I mean, and there's a couple of things missing, but we should talk about what we've done so far. And that is a couple of things. One is just like continuous animation is part of what virtual reality is in terms of convincing you something is real. That's like the most basic thing.
Yeah, and the boxes are different for both of us. So, and this is basically just the 3JS demo of stuff flying around, just so we can check to make sure our perspectives are right and everything works correctly when we look around. We'll replace it with some actual scenery that's shared.
Right. So we have controllers. You can move them around, and that really adds, I think, to the idea of real reality. It's like proprioception, which is the idea that you have some idea about where your body is just based on feeling it and knowing how you're moving yourself. And this way you get some visual feedback about that. But we don't really have bodies, right? So
It definitely makes it easy for us. So right now the controllers are only shown for the current user who's using it,
Mhm.
but we'll quickly have the ability to show each other's hands, which will add a lot more than just these sunglasses.
Right.
And being able to view the controllers is really useful. I found when like leaving it on a table or something far away, and then you enter VR, and then you immediately know where to look and grab it.
So we added a couple of controls to the touchpads. You can kind of fly forward, fly back, turn. That's
Yeah, it's
about
all
it so
using the
far.
trackpad.
Mhm.
Trackpad, forward, back. Oh, spinning circles.
Which is pretty nauseating. I was talking about maybe changing that around a little bit so you can kind of instantaneously change your orientation. So you can move around the world.
Oh, I just got hit by a block. But yeah, also we should mention the other thing with locomotion. You can see now we move forward in the direction that we're looking.
Right.
But you actually have a body and a head, and it's completely possible that your body is facing a completely different way than your head. And we tried moving in the direction of your body, which got very confusing in VR.
Especially when you can't even see your own body. So if you were to try to say, move me forward, you wouldn't even know what direction that's going to be in unless you could see your own body. This whole site is kind of built on peer-to-peer connections over WebRTC, which is a way for connections to be established between different users who just happen to be on the website at the same time.
Yeah, so we're using WebGL Canvas for all the animation and everything. WebVR with the WebVR polyfill, just so this works on desktop browsers and on Google Cardboard. 3JS for the matrix math, to simplify everything a little bit.
Yep, because there's a lot of matrix math.
Gamepad API is being used for the controller interface. Well, that's still an experimental interface too, especially with the Vive controllers.
Right.
So, next steps, we'll add some hands.
Some inverse kinematics would be interesting in terms of adding to the reality.
I did see some IK JavaScript libraries. There's a couple, mostly 2D, but I saw some 3D ones. Yeah,
it'd be funny. It'd be funny if you had a 2D avatar in virtual reality. That'd be pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I'd like to have some like 2D games going on that you can play from 3D. There's a couple things like that. And then we have Sogar says he's going to give us some cool terrain and
so right now we're kind of floating in this big cube, and the origin of the virtual world is kind of in the center, which is kind of where the floor would normally be in VR. So it's almost like there's no floor and we're just kind of floating in space here. So that's okay because we can kind of float down, float up, and this works well on phones. So
Oh,
right
your
now,
audio is fading.
I'm too far away.
So yeah, you can get very far out.
Right. And so by just simulating the distance between people, we can naturally decrease the volume. You can get very fancy in terms of doing audio with like echoes.